All right, welcome back. We're here with Stream It Sports at Jefferson County Stadium, moments away from kickoff for a home game for the Lakewood Tigers against Bear Creek Bears. Lakewood has won the toss. They've elected to receive. We're just a couple seconds away from kick.
Before we get started, we'd like to mention a few of our sponsors. Colorado Football Magazine, the only high school football magazine in Colorado. 6-0 strength and fitness, training athletes for the highest level of competition, and, of course, next level student. Athlete for the player of the game. These businesses are making a difference in Colorado high school sports. Make sure you check them out.
And intermittently through the broadcast, we'll kind of talk about our next level student athlete player of the game and give you a couple candidates throughout. And, you know, two talented teams, we should have plenty of options to choose from by the time this thing's all over. Just about to get started here, 12 minutes on the clock, as Bear Creek looks to kick it away to Lakewood. Ball teed up at the 40-yard line. And we are underway here at Jefferson County Stadium. The kick is going to go back towards the end zone, not quite in, having trouble fielding it. It's going to pick up the ball. He'll get about to the 13-yard line before he is dropped down, and that's where the Tigers are going to start.
Tough to find a hole when you cough the ball up a bit like that, but, hey, early game jitters, he'll bounce back.
Tigers coming on the field for their first possession. Already some substitution confusion, it looks like. Bears look ready defensively. Ball about the 14-yard line, going to be 1st and 10. Tigers come out 3 wide, 1 running back. Formation, a man in motion, number 32. Going to line up as a fullback. Here's the snap. It's going to be handed off to the running back. He's going to be stuffed. There's a flag on the play. Only a short gain, if anything.
Looks like number 5's helmet popped off there. Excuse me, number 6. We'll get the call from the refs here.
And that's Jared Taha, who's probably the most featured runner for the Tigers. And that'll get automatic first down. It's going to be a face mask call on the Bear Creek Bears. So that'll move it up 15 yards.
Too bad. It negates a really good play by the defense, who got some pursuit right up the middle, which is where Lakewood's going to be running the ball all game long.
Going to start in that 1 tight end, 3 wide receiver formation. Quarterback under center. That's Martinez. Another man in motion, going to line up as a fullback. Here's the snap, and it may have been dropped at the line of scrimmage. Bear Creek's signaling as if they got the football. Wait for the call from the official. And the early turnover here for the Lakewood Tigers. Bear Creek's going to take over at about the 27-yard line.
That's exactly what Lakewood did not want to do. You have kid coughing it up on the kickoff. Then you have first play getting stuffed and, bailed out by the face mask penalty. Turn it over on the next play. Bear Creek's sitting pretty right now.
Antonio Martinez, it just didn't look like he ever got part of the snap. Bear Creek going to start out in kind of a pistol bunch formation. Man in motion on the top of your screen. Here's the snap. Drops back to pass. Looks, he has a man down the sideline and bobbles it. Is not able to reel that one in. I like the play call. Aggressive on first down.
Very aggressive. Coming out throwing the ball after a turnover. That was a great throw by Nick Madrid, who we talked about earlier. He's going to be making plays all night long. Made a great play right there. It just didn't work out.
Now keep an eye on Madrid all night long. He's going to be definitely a candidate for our next level player of the game. 2nd and 10, 11:27 to play. Still no score here. Going to be a spread formation. Running back in motion. Fakes the handoff. Or no, it is handed off, but not going to get much on the play as he's brought down, maybe even short of the line of scrimmage.
Good pursuit by Lakewood there to stop Randolph on that play. There's that jet sweep we were talking about earlier. You see the Seattle Seahawks run that.
Right. A lot of teams in the NFL are kind of going to that jet sweep.
They are. And when you have electric guys like him, we'll probably see Emmanuel Sanders get some of that coming up for the Broncos. But good defense by Lakewood on that play right there.
That was a handoff to Thomas Randolph. Madrid's going to start out in shotgun. Got another man in motion running the bottom side of your screen. He's going to drop back to pass. Looking to make a move downfield. He's going to scramble to his left. He completes the pass across the middle. It'll be well short of a first down. That's complete to number 11 for Bear Creek. Felipe Cervantes.
We got a flag on the play. That's going to be illegal motion. Cervantes came in motion, went forward, which you can't do. There it is. Illegal motion on Bear Creek.
So Bear Creek going to get another opportunity here, at least on 3rd down and long.
Let me ask you, would you decline this? Looking at 4th down, make him kick about a 39-yard field goal?
Or you're, 4-down territory. A lot of times in high school football, you'll see guys just go for this instead of just kicking a field goal.
You're right.
So.
It looks like Lakewood declined the penalty, so we're looking at about 4th and about 6, 7.
4th and 6. Yeah, we'll see what Bear Creek decides to do. I haven't seen a big formation swap, though, so I assume the offense is going to stay on the field here.
Looks like Madrid's getting the play right now. Here he comes.
They're calling 4th and 6 at about the 23-yard line, 23.5-yard line. Going to break the huddle here. Madrid's going to start out in the shotgun again. 3 wide receiver set. Drops back to pass, some pressure. A little screen play, but it was well defended by Lakewood. That's going to be a turnover on downs. They're going to get the ball right back after coughing it up on their previous series via the fumble.
That's a win for that Lakewood defense. After the turnover, after Bear Creek caused that turnover, being able to stop them on 4th down. I thought it was a great play call by Bear Creek. It's safe. It's usually you can get some yardage on that, but Lakewood, even better play. Good
get
job.
A guy open in space and see what he can do with it, but
exactly.
It was well sniffed out by the Tigers. Tigers going to start now at about the same 26-yard line. Martinez behind his center. Single back formation. Here's the snap. He's going to look to throw here. Rolls out to his right, looking downfield, and he tries to get it to wide receiver. Kind of makes a smart decision. Throw it across the sideline. May complete the pass, but likely it's going to be out of bounds anyway.
We saw Will Swartz, the senior lineman for Lakewood, pull on that play, make it look like a counter play action. And that's something Lakewood likes to do. They like to pull their linemen. They're very athletic. They're not the biggest, but they move very well. I plan on seeing plenty more of that as the game goes on.
2nd and 10 at their own 23-yard line. Martinez going to start under center again in that same single back formation. Wide receiver in motion, going to line up as a fullback. We saw that on the first drive. And that's going to be a handoff to the running back. That is good chunk of yardage there for the Tigers. It may be close enough to a 1st down. That's a handoff to Jared Taha, number 6.
Featured back for the Tigers. Really, really quick player, really shifty, but he could break a tackle as well.
And he does get enough for the 1st down, so that's going to move the chains. The clock will stop temporarily. But Jared Taha last week had 14 carries for 35 yards, but he is their leading rusher for the Tigers on the season. 52 carries for 234 yards on the year. There's that same motion fullback. Martinez going to hand it off once more. This is the number 3, and he busted for a big gain. He's going down the sideline trying to make a move to beat a man, and he's brought down at about the 31-yard line. That's a handoff to Marty Gonzalez.
There was a hole you could drive a truck through on that play. Great job by the O-line creating the space for Marty Gonzalez.
And he does a good job of bouncing to the outside and looking to cut back inside to get more yardage up the field.
You're absolutely right. Great vision right there.
Gonzalez will come off. I think Taha's going to come back on. And it looks like there's another penalty that's going to move the chains even more.
They waved it off.
Oh, they waved it off.
They waved off the penalty.
So we'll wait for them to reset here. Martinez getting the play in from his coach. Going to take it to the huddle now. 9:34 remains in the first quarter here on Stream It Sports. 1st and 10 on the 32-yard line. The Lakewood Tigers are driving with their 2nd possession of the game. Man in motion. Here's a snap, and that'll be a handoff to Taha. Taha has a little bit of room to run on the right side. He's going to be dropped down after about a gain of 3 or 4 on the play.
You see the left side of the line came pulling over to the right on that play. Didn't quite work out as well as they were expecting. Sniffed out well by Bear Creek.
And they actually only gave him a gain of 2. It's going to be 2nd and 8 here. Spotted at just in plus territory of the 30-yard line. Martinez working exclusively in this formation. He's signaling the fullback to motion over each time. There's going to be a handoff to Taha once again to the left side, but that's also well sniffed out by Bear Creek. He'll be brought down after a short gain, set up a 3rd and 6 or so.
Looks like we have a man down on the play.
And that is the running back, Taha.
This will be a big loss for Lakewood. Hopefully he's not hurt too bad. Trainer comes out on the field.
Because as you said, Andrew, he is their kind of featured back that they have for the Lakewood Tigers.
Plays safety on the defensive end, one of their senior leaders. So this would be a big loss. But as I said, hopefully he's not hurt too bad as the Lakewood sideline takes a knee and waits for their teammate to get up and hopefully walk off the field.
So this will give the Bear Creek a little bit of time to catch their breath defensively, as we hope the running back's okay here. Still down on the field. Looks like it might be a knee injury.
Which you hate to see at any level.
Absolutely. Donna's going to sit up now. Brought to his feet by help of the trainer. He's going to have a little bit of a limp, but he's going to walk off via his own power. And the Lakewood Tiger faithful gives him a round of applause, as they should. Doesn't seem to be too bad as he's walking off by himself now.
Get a drink of water, catch his breath. Hopefully we'll see him out soon enough.
So now you're going to see Marty Gonzalez return to the game as the running back. He had the big carry that set them up into plus territory earlier on this drive. Martinez under center. Man in motion, moving left to right. Here's a snap. He drops back. Play action. Looks down the field. Complete. That's to number 5. He's going to break a tackle, and he's still moving down the sideline. Cuts back inside, and that's going to be a touchdown for the Lakewood Tigers.
Great play by Mao Nico. He would not be brought down. He saw pay dirt, and he wasn't getting stopped.
Martinez does a good job rolling out of the pocket, hitting him in stride, and then Nico does the rest. As you said, he just would not be brought down, determined, has a nose for the goal line to get in for the early touchdown for the Tigers. Good, I mean, very, very good for the Tigers to overcome that first turnover, get the defensive stop, and then turn that into points.
Absolutely, and what a great throw by Martinez. That had some steam behind it, and what can we say about the run after the catch by Nico?
And there's the point after. The kick is up, and no good. He missed it wide right, so the score will remain 6-0 on the touchdown reception from Mount Nico from Martinez.
Great play call. At 3rd and long, Bear Creek had them where they wanted, and Lakewood dialed up the right play. We're able to get 6 on it. Doesn't hurt that Nico is 6'3" and 225.
Right.
But he moves well for a big man, and what a great run after the catch by Nico.
I mean, broke 2 tackles, then shook another guy out of his cleats.
I know we have a leader for our athlete of the game. I can tell you that much.
Yep. Antonio Martinez coming off a 10-17, 185-yard and 2 touchdown performance last week for the Tigers. He's got halfway to that touchdown mark already. We're only 8:12 left here on Stream It Sports in the first quarter as the Lakewood Tigers have taken a 6-0 lead over the Bear Creek Bears. Lakewood looking to kick it off for the first time today.
Is it me or does this field look better than Sports Authority?
You know, you're not too far off. I don't think that they have lots of concerts and events like Sports Authority does.
Not just a bunch of high school games, but this field looks much better than Sports Authority.
And the kick is away, kind of a low liner. We have a
looks like offsides on Lakewood.
So they'll push it back a little bit, give Bear Creek an opportunity for maybe a little bit better field position. Still spot the ball at the 35-yard line.
That's one of the differences in the high school game that we're used to seeing in the college or pro level is they blow that dead.
Right.
At the college and pro level, they let them play, then they make the call.
Right. I guess, I mean, that's a good way to protect the players, though.
Absolutely.
As we've seen in college and the pro level, this is the most occurring injury on any kind of play is the kickoff.
Absolutely.
So Reynoso going to try and give it another go for the kick here. And he gets a little bit under that one. Bear Creek almost had troubles fielding that one as well. He's going to break it up the right side. Still moving. Past midfield, going to be brought out of bounds at about the 43-yard line. So very good field position to start for Bear Creek.
There's my boy, Olabisi Johnson, who I was telling you about before the game, who is lightning in a bottle. Every time he touches the ball, he's a threat to take it to the house. And we saw right there, electric return for him to put the ball in plus territory for the Bear Creek Bears.
8:04 remaining here in the first quarter at Jeffco Stadium. We'll see what the Bears have in store for us. He's going to start in the shotgun. Nick Madrid is quarterback. 4 wide receiver set. Got a man in motion. Going to fake the handoff, keep it himself. He's going to move to the right side of the field, and he has some room to run, and he's going to run out of bounds after getting the first down. So that's the first time we've seen Nick Madrid kind of take off with his speed.
Nice play by Madrid. A little deception there from the Bear Creek Bears. That's actually something you'll see a lot from them, but you'll also see it from Lakewood's defense.
Kind of read option on the wide receiver sweep. Going to start in the pistol now is Madrid, and he's going to hand the ball off to the running back this time. He makes a good cut, moving to the outside, back inside, going to be past the 30 or 25-yard line.
Looks like he has enough for the first down.
I think that's Thomas Randolph.
Moving the chains.
The running back for Bear Creek, junior. He's number 28. Kind of hard to see these numbers here for Bear Creek tonight, but Madrid's going to start in the pistol again as another guy in motion. He's going to hand it off one more time to Randolph. Not as lucrative a run. And they're going to blow this dead. Stuck in the grass.
Looking at about 2nd and 6 or 7 for Bear Creek. Marching down the field nicely to answer back to the Lakewood touchdown. See if we could.
Well, they started with great field position
Absolutely.
After the penalty. Madrid's lined up in the shotgun, one running back next to him, kind of a bunch formation on the right side. Got another man in motion. He'll just drop back, look to throw, pressure, and he has a man downfield, and he makes the reception and in for the score. Nick Madrid throws a touchdown strike to Felipe Cervantes.
Looks like busted coverage from Lakewood on that play. He had Cervantes wide open. Great throw by Madrid. Answered right back. That's what you want from a team when you give up the lead like they did. Let's see if they can take the lead right now.
They'll line up for the extra point. Tigers missed their extra point attempt on their touchdown. Hold is good. Kick is up and through. So Bear Creek is going to take a 7-6 lead. Still in the early goings of this game. 7:07 remaining here in the first quarter as the Bears lead the Tigers 7-6.
Get your school's games live streamed, whether it's basketball, hockey, rugby, or any sport. Email phil@streamitsports.com for any and all details.
So, Andrew, a little bit of a missed opportunity for the Bears early as they forced the turnover and they're not able to capitalize. That was a good drive after giving up the score to the Tigers to kind of match them.
No question. Both teams have come out aggressive offensively, which we love to see. We don't want to see a 6-3 game here.
Right. Well, and these teams have played in some barn burners over the last couple of weeks.
They really
They've been scoring 40 every week.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
Bear Creek beat Chatfield last week 42-39. The week before, they lose to Columbine in double overtime, 43-42. And then as for the Tigers, they lost to Pomona last week 34-27 and a loss to Chatfield 42-41. So they played in some close games. Here's the kick for Bear Creek. That's high up in the air. It's going to be fielded about the 10-yard line. That's where the Tigers are going to return it. And he has some room to run up the middle of the field as he's going to be brought down just short of the 40-yard line.
There's
Marty Gonzalez once again.
One of the senior captains on this Lakewood Tigers team. A nice return there. Set up a good wedge for him and broke a couple tackles, brought it out to the 37-yard line. We'll see what Lakewood could do to answer the score by the Bear Creek Bears.
The altitude not doing the kickers any favors here tonight on the return game.
Not a lot of Matt Praters out there.
Antonio Martinez going to start under center here for their next drive. He's going to pitch it out to Marty Gonzalez. Gonzalez going to take a little bit of room to run. He makes a spin, and he gets past the 50-yard line into plus territory for the first down.
I really like Marty Gonzalez. He is a horse back there. And we saw that great spin move from him there. Got about 12 for the first down. Got about 14 there. Now they are in Bear Creek territory. See what they could do.
1st and 10 at the Bear Creek 49-yard line. 6:48 to remaining here in the first quarter. 7-6 lead for the Bears over the Tigers. Gonzalez starts under center. He's going to pitch it out to the opposite side. That's Gonzalez once more. And he's going to get another gain, 8-9 yards on the carry.
They're taking a page out of the Bear Creek playbook. They're running outside the tackles with a lot of success. Let's see if they maintain that. I love this play calling. Go right, go left, go right, go left.
Gonzalez going to have to take a break here, a well-deserved break, getting a little breath of fresh air on the sideline. Still have not seen the return of Jared Taha into the game yet. We'll try and keep an eye on him and see maybe if he's on the sideline there somewhere. Going to have a single back formation once again. Martinez takes the snap, hands it off, moving it to the right. Once again, like you said, Andrew, they're mixing up their play call, and he's going to rumble for about a 5-yard gain.
They're forcing the DBs to come up and make the plays, which is not what you want to see if you're Bear Creek.
It's Braden Smith on the carry. Get another first down, going to start at the 35-yard line of the Bears.
See if they mix it up here. Maybe throw in a play action, catch them off guard. We'll see. Although, if it ain't broke, don't fix it.
Right.
Maybe they'll just keep pounding the rock.
Yeah, but if you kind of do that same play action, try and get Nico out in space, you know, he can rumble his way down the field.
Absolutely.
Martinez in an I formation under center. Takes the snap, going to hand it off to the full. It was fake to the fullback. Play action. He dumps it off to his running back. And he'll get a gain of about 3 or 4 on the play. That's Braden Smith once again with the reception there from Martinez. And Jared Taha's come back into the game now, number 6. You see him walking towards the Tigers huddle. So good to see him shaking off the injury here. Gonzalez also back in the game now.
That's a scary duo to have in the game at the same time. Who do you key in on?
Right. And Gonzalez is going to line up as a wide receiver here as Taha's the lone back. Martinez under center. Man in motion, lining up as an extra tight end. Here's the snap from Martinez. Going to pitch out to Taha. You got the offensive lineman pulling once again. Taha's going to rumble for another 6-7 yard game. They're getting a good chunky yardage on every running play they've had, pretty much.
What I loved on that play, what I really liked on that play was we've seen Marty Gonzalez running the ball. He brought the kickoff back for a nice return. Pitch left, pitch right. On that play, set the edge on the left side that was able to spring Taha open to get that first down. Selfless football.
Gonzalez and Braden Smith going to come off for this play. New formation here. Taha going to be the lone back. Still going to work out of that same single back formation. It's been working for him, so why change it? And they're going to pitch right to Taha. Taha looks like he has a good chunk of run yardage, but there is a flag on the play.
Have to assume that's going to be holding on the offense.
Right.
Probably on the wide receiver. Looks like Taha has not lost a step, which is great to see. Looks like he got a little tape on the knee back in there.
Right.
So we'll get the call from the ref right now.
That's a hold on Danny Collins, who's listed as a tight end. He's going to come off for a play. 1st and 17, 3:58 remaining here in the first quarter as the Tigers are trailing Bear Creek 7-6. I formation for Martinez. And he's going to hand it off to the fullback. It's not going to get a whole lot. Kind of conservative play call when you have that 1st and long there, just trying to pick up 6 or 7 yards, make that a more manageable second down, but they didn't get much out of it.
Bear Creek brought pressure up the middle with the run blitz on that play. If Martinez was able to hang on to that and maybe run the option outside, we're looking at 6. But they called the right play there on defense, able to stop it for a short gain. Now 2nd and long.
2nd and 14, so they give him 3 yards. It's more than I thought he was going to get, but I guess with forward progress. I think Gonzalez is going to be lined up as the running back here. Martinez is going to drop back, looking to throw. Pressure up the middle, rolls to his right, looks downfield, gets it to Gonzalez. Ooh. Low tackle there. Kind of a big hit. Gonzalez pops back up, but that's going to be another short gain to set up a 3rd and long.
On those slow developing screens, you worry about illegal man downfield. And luckily they didn't have that on that play. So we're looking at 3rd and long, which is exactly where Bear Creek wants the Lakewood offense.
3rd and 11 here. You're inside the 30-yard line, so we'll see if it's 4-down territory for the Tigers as well. Still a little bit, might be a little bit too far for a field goal because you're looking at 43, 42 yards as they stand right now. Gonzalez going to work out, or Martinez, excuse me, going to work out of the shotgun.
I wouldn't be surprised to see a draw play right here. Get a couple.
And he's going to drop back to pass, looking to throw. He has a man out to the outside. That's the man that just committed the penalty earlier on the drive, and he may have enough for the first down as he completes a pass to Danny Collins, the tight end.
Looks like we have a flag on the far side of the field. We'll see what this is.
Might be a hold once again. Bear Creek signaling as if it's going to go against the Tigers here. See what the call is from the official. Legal formation called against the Tigers. Replay third down. So another penalty going to cost a big chunk of yardage here for Lakewood.
A lot of flags early on. Like to clean that up on both teams. With that, you negate a first down. Now it's third and extremely long.
3rd and 16 at their Bear Creek's 31-yard line. 2 minutes, 11 seconds remain in this first quarter. 7-6 is the lead for the Bears over the Tigers right now. Let's see what Martinez does. He's going to line up in kind of it looks like just a standard shotgun pistol formation. He's going to take the snap, looking to throw down the field. Has some room to run. It looks like there's going to be a hold call on the offense regardless. He's going to take a shot in the end zone, and intercepted by Bear Creek in the end zone, which almost kind of works out to be a punt here. We'll see what the flag is, but I think that's going to be holding against the Tigers.
Nice play by Trayvon Arnold, the free safety for Bear Creek who flies around.
Yep, it was a hold on number 65 for the offense, but obviously that's going to be declined by Bear Creek. So second turnover forced for the Bears. So they're going to start at their own 20-yard line, and Nick Madrid will get back to work.
Get the only magazine in Colorado featuring every school in the state's football program, featuring some of the top players, including the All-Colorado team. Colorado Football Magazine. Order yours today at coloradofootballmagazine.com.
Nick Madrid going to start in the pistol of his own, man in motion, going to hand it off to the running back, and he's going to be stuffed after a short gain. That's Thomas Randolph with the carry.
Nice defense by Lakewood right there. Lakewood runs kind of a hybrid 3-4 defense, and you'll see plays where nobody's in a three-point stance. You'll see plays where 4 guys are in a three-point stance. They really like to mix it up and give you different looks.
Going to be 2nd and 10, so he didn't even he just got back to the line of scrimmage. No loss on the play, but minute 30 remaining here in the first quarters. The Bears have a 7-6 lead over the Tigers. Madrid going to work in a bunch formation out of the shotgun. Man in motion. He's going to drop back looking to throw. Moving his feet in the pocket. He's going to roll out to his right, looking downfield, and intercepted by the Tigers. So trading interceptions here. That is number 20. That's Braden Smith, I believe, who had some running back duty on the previous drive for the Tigers. He comes up with the play.
Outstanding play by Braden Smith. Ball hawking skills right there. That's exactly what you want in a safety. Madrid had all day to throw the ball. Thought he had a man. Underthrew him a little bit. Smith capitalizes.
And he just made a good play on the ball, too. I think that the man might have been open, but he just kind of jumped the route and got his hands up in the way.
Absolutely. Very instinctive play by Braden Smith.
So Tigers going to take over now at the 32-yard line for Bear Creek. Antonio Martinez going to line up under center. 3 wide receiver, single back formation. There's the pitch out to the right side. That's Taha. He's going to look to cut back inside before he is dropped down after another 6 or 7 yard gain.
Good patience by Taha there. Bounce it outside, 1 cut. Good 6-yard gain. That's exactly what you want to do on first down. Keeps your playbook wide open.
So Taha and Braden Smith are going to take a rest here for the Tigers as Gonzalez checks back into the game. Martinez working out of an I formation. He's going to hand it off to Martinez. He takes a run out to the left side, has some room to run, and he's going to be brought down just short of the 5-yard line, it appears. We're going to have a 1st and goal for the Tigers.
What a run by Gonzalez. I talked about patience on the previous play. You saw it right there. Waiting behind his pulling guard. Let him set up the block, cut outside, and bring it inside the 10-yard line.
So Martinez in the I formation. See if they just try and pound this in. Going to hand off to Gonzalez. And second effort, he might have gotten there. I thought he was going to be stopped short. We'll see what the call is from the officials. Looks like they're going to stop him just short of the goal line. And that's going to be the end of the first quarter.
Looks like he got stood up by the linebacker on that play. Nice stop, but you're looking at second and goal from inside the 1.
I thought with kind of the second push from his offensive line, I thought he might have gotten in, but no call from the official. So at the end of the first quarter, Bear Creek has a 7-6 lead, but the Tigers are threatening. They're going to have second and goal on the 1-yard line when they start the second quarter. Good back and forth from both of these teams, both having to kind of overcome some turnovers. They're trading turnovers late in the quarter as Madrid throws an interception after Martinez did to get the Tigers the ball back.
Can you survive the dungeon? Join elite personal trainers Famey and Megan in the new Dungeon X competition classes. Email Matt at 60strength.com with the subject, I can handle the dungeon, for more information. Now, I barely handled the dungeon. I worked out at 60 Strength for a bit, and I barely survived. Barely. Oxygen, IVs.
I can imagine. I haven't had the pleasure myself, but I
cried a few times.
And here we go. The Tigers underway in that I formation. They're going to try and hand it off again.
Great
A good
play.
tackle by Bear Creek. They get good penetration up the middle. Going to be stopped short, maybe even a loss on the play.
Great play by Hawk Vigil, who by far has the coolest name in this game. Hawk Vigil with a great play, stuffing him short. Looking at third and goal.
I think they're going to – they moved the ball back a little bit. It's not on the 1-yard line anymore. It may be just short of the 2-yard line, but third and goal, just a couple yards to go. Do you try and do something else here, or are you just still going to try and smash mouth football?
I smash mouth it here personally. It's gotten you this far. If not, maybe a toss play.
And they're going to try and give it to the fullback.
Martinez held on to that one. He kept it.
Oh, that was Martinez.
Nice play by Bear Creek again. Fourth and short here. You got to go, right? What would you do, Adam?
Well, you know, it's tough just because you already saw your kicker miss an extra point attempt earlier in the first quarter.
Right.
So with that in mind, I kind of just want to try and you're coming off of a turnover here. You got to capitalize on that.
They're going to pitch play right here. Nope, I'm wrong.
Might have been another stand.
Ooh, he's close.
Tigers are signaling for a touchdown. They're begging the refs, and they will give it to him. Looks like that was a handoff to number 32.
Chase Braun, the upback, who also plays linebacker for the Lakewood Tigers. That's a guy you want carrying the ball. In that fourth and goal from inside the 2. They might be going for 2 here.
It appears so. Which, as I mentioned, they missed the extra point in the first quarter, so they're going to try and make this a 7-point game. Martinez going to work in the shotgun. Braden Smith to his right. Takes the snap, fakes the handoff, looking to throw. And he has a man in the end zone, and that will be good for the 2-point conversion. Complete to number 88, Anthony Brown.
Give Martinez credit for that play. He's stuck in the pocket a lot longer than quarterbacks would on that play. Waited for the play to develop.
And he had some room to run. I don't know that he would have converted it, though, but
he had some space.
Good patience by Martinez.
Absolutely. Absolutely. Had some happy feet. Keeping his eyes downfield in the end zone.
So the Tigers take a 14-7 lead. They make it a 7-point game after the 2-point conversion. 11:06 to play here in the second quarter. We're at Jeffco Stadium here on Stream It Sports. Adam Kinney, Andrew Fogoros on the call. Tigers getting some points off of turnovers.
If I'm Lakewood, I keep the ball away from Olabisi Johnson here. I've seen him make plays, and I do not kick it to him regardless.
I don't know that Reynoso has the leg on him to get it out of the end zone, though. I don't know. Maybe you just do a little squib.
I do a squib or angle it away from him. You find 10, and you say, no chance.
Yeah, they're going to try an onside kick, being very aggressive here, but it's going to be recovered by Bear Creek, setting up very good field position for the Bears. So they did what you said. They weren't going to kick to Olabisi, but
not what I was expecting. But Jeff Braun, the head coach of the Lakewood Tigers, going aggressive there. That shows a lot of faith in his defense. That's
you kind of have a lot of momentum right now. It's not the worst idea in the world to try something like that.
It's not, and your defense has played well up to this point. Forced a turnover, got a turnover on downs. Why not?
Madrid starting in the shotgun. He's going to reverse it to the wide receiver. He has a little bit of room to run. Looks like it's going to be a hold call, though, to negate any positive yardage gained. That was a handoff to Felipe Cervantes, who has a touchdown already in the game.
A lot of holding calls in this game. A lot of flags.
So that'll negate the gain of about 4 or 5. And they're looking at 2nd and long now. And if you're Lakewood, that's exactly what you want coming off of that. You give them really good field position. Now you're backing them up.
Absolutely. Absolutely. Looking at about 3rd and 25, if I'm not mistaken.
It's 1st and 23.
For first and my bad.
1st and 23. Madrid going to hand it off. Nice little gain there. Looks like picks up about 7 yards. I believe that's Thomas Randolph on the carry.
I like Randolph. He's tough to bring down. He's shifty, and he looks tall. He looks like a tall back. Has good vision.
He has 3 touchdowns on the season so far for the Bears. He had 18 carries for 101 yards last week. We're going to start out in the shotgun. Man in motion at the top of your screen. Madrid looks to pass, going to roll out to his left, makes a throw downfield, and that might be another holding call, or maybe it'll be defensive holding. We'll see what the call is, but there's a flag, but it's in the backfield, so you got to think.
Got to be holding on Bear Creek again. Got it. If I'm Lakewood, I'd decline this. 3rd and long.
3rd and 16.
Yeah, I decline this. Looks like Madrid just threw that ball away. His line's got to give him more time. Looks.
That's going to be a hold on the running back, Thomas Randolph, who got them the nice 8-yard gain on the play prior. Now it's going to set up. It looks like they accepted the penalty, though.
2nd and a mile.
2nd and 34.
2nd and 34. Not many plays in the playbook for this.
Unless you're playing NFL blitz. That's about all.
Absolutely. This is the type of play where Lovie Smith would play it safe and punt it.
Madrid drops back on the 2nd and 34. Has a little bit of time to throw, but still good pressure by the Tigers. He's going to roll out to his right, breaks a tackle, throws down the field, has a guy open, just gets through the mitts of number 84 for the Bears.
That is Neil
Vanderlei. Just couldn't reel that one in.
Lakewood dialed up the pressure there, which is surprising on 2nd and 34. You kind of think you'd want to sit back and play coverage, but they brought the pressure there.
And it paid off still. He did have a man open, but he probably wasn't going to get more than even if he caught the ball.
Right.
So you're still looking at 3rd and 12.
Right. A great play by Madrid to not get sacked.
Madrid going to look to throw, obviously, again on 3rd and 34. He steps up in the pocket, and he is taken down by number 32 of the Lakewood Tigers. That's Chase Braun, the guy who just scored the touchdown.
Absolutely. Big game for Braun so far. Big game for Braun. He's in the running. He's in the running.
So do you go for it if you're the Bears here on 4th and 39?
I would punt it, although I'd be inclined to go for it.
I think that's what the chart says most times on 4th and 39.
Got to play the chart.
There's one of those wacky formations on the punt. Kicks up in the air, gets to about midfield. Fair caught.
At the 49-yard line. Now, you mentioned the wacky formation like that. You're seeing that more and more in college. Not quite yet in the pros.
Right.
I haven't seen it in the pros yet. What do you think of that formation?
I mean, I guess it gives the idea of it is to prevent more block kicks, obviously.
Right.
But you're kind of sacrificing coverage on the other end.
Exactly.
Where you can do that, you could probably get away with that more in high school and on the college level. That's why you haven't seen it move to the NFL, I would think, because there's these dynamic returners that are sure to catch the ball almost every time.
I'm not a fan of it personally. And you have the rugby style, but different conversation for a different day.
Antonio Martinez is going to start. He's going to hand the ball off to Taha. And he's going to rumble his way probably well enough for a first down. Jared Taha, unless there's a flag on the play, which I don't think there is, surprisingly.
A lot of yards after contact for Taha. Running tough tonight, running behind his pads. Something you want to see from Lakewood.
You know, and it's not like he's not just running between the tackles either. He's able to get to the outside, and he still has some speed as well as some power.
Absolutely.
Good mix. Offset I formation for Martinez. And he's going to hand off to Taha. Taha going to run to his right, has a little bit of room to run. He's going to rumble his way for about a 3 or 4 yard gain.
Once again, good patience by the Lakewood running backs, waiting for those blocks to develop, find the hole, and cut it upfield.
I mean, it seems like for Lakewood, even their worst runs are still getting them 3 or 4 yards.
Absolutely. Now, if he didn't have the vision he did, that would have been a no gain, maybe a loss of 1.
Right.
But Taha, I've been really impressed with him tonight so far. Him and Gonzalez, two-headed monster back there for Lakewood. They're not even the ones who scored.
Right.
A lot of weapons for the Tigers.
Going to start in that offset I formation again is Martinez. He's going to pitch it, this one to Gonzalez. He has blocking downfield. Breaks a tackle. Kind of gain tackle on the sideline now. I think the refs are going to blow him dead or out of bounds, but Gonzalez still on his feet even when he comes out of that. Kind of a smaller back, but he also not easy to bring down.
Not at all. You can tell why he's a captain, a senior captain on this Lakewood Tiger team. Just tough to bring down, runs hard. And you can see Bear Creek trying to strip the ball from him to no avail.
We're at 7:43 left here in the second quarter as the Tigers have a 14-7 lead over the Bears. Third play in a row in that offset I formation. Pitch out to Gonzalez once again. Has good blocking down. He has room to run down the sideline before a shoestring tackle that saves the touchdown for the Bears. Going to be dropped short at about the 5 yard line.
At this point in time, Bear Creek has to be gassed. Their offense didn't have the ball for long. Lakewood just had a long touchdown drive, mostly on the ground.
Yeah. That's how they're doing it again here.
Exactly. They have to be wiped out.
You know, it really, Lakewood's done a great job of getting their offensive linemen to the second level.
Absolutely. No question about that. Half of these plays, the running backs aren't even getting touched till they're 5-6 yards downfield.
And there's going to be a pitch out. This one's to Braden Smith. He has a little bit of room to run on the outside. Going to gain a couple of yards.
Did he get in?
Looks like they're fighting for the ball. No touchdown. And it looks like Bear Creek has come up with the football.
What a huge play for the Bear Creek defense. That could not have come at a better time.
I didn't see the ball come out, but you saw some of the Bear Creek players signaling as if it looked like they were just signaling shy of the goal line, but it looked like they came out with the football, and it's going to be another turnover.
The way the side judge came running in from the pylon there, you're thinking either a touchdown or he coughed it up. Looks like he coughed it up, and it was a touchback.
Right, so he coughed it up in the end zone, recovered in the end zone.
Now, if I'm Bear Creek right here, if I'm the offense, I'm looking to put together some sort of drive. Not necessarily to get points, just to give that defense a bit of a rest here.
And a big break for them now that they're not backed up against their own goal line, too, with the touchback.
That's why they're 5 wide right now.
Madrid starting, going to spread it out a little bit. There's a man in motion, and he's going to hand it off.
Little fake reverse action.
Going to get a couple yards on the play. That's to their regular running back, Randolph.
Lakewood's doing a great job of setting the edge and keeping them inside the tackles like we spoke about earlier in the game. Is if Bear Creek can't get outside, they struggle between the tackles.
6:58 to go here. Bear Creek trying to tie this thing up. 14-7, the Tigers lead. And it looks like there's going to be a timeout. First taken for either side. I think Bear Creek's going to call the timeout.
Read about the 2014 Top 40 seniors, the top positional players, and the players to watch in this year's Colorado Football Magazine. Go get your copy today. And Colorado businesses, you can be a part of these broadcasts. Sponsorship opportunities are limited, so contact us to secure a spot in next week's broadcast and for future games.
Now, if you're the Bears here, you really want to try and dial something up just to get a first down.
Now, it looks like Lakewood has really been exposing the Bear Creek offensive line and getting a lot of pressure on Madrid. I wouldn't be surprised to see maybe a quarterback or running back draw play here, screen pass, maybe a bubble screen for one of your receivers, just to get the ball out of Madrid's hands quickly.
Right.
Because when he does a straight drop, it seems like he's under pressure every single time.
Madrid going to be kind of in a bunch formation out of the shotgun, man in motion. He's going to fake the handoff to one of the receivers in motion, hands it off to a running back on the outside, and he gets a good chunk of yardage. Good play, and we might have an injury in play. No, he's going to hop right back up. But
nice end around for Old BC Johnson. Gain.
It's going to be third and short.
Just
third
short.
and 1 is what the call is.
6.5 left in the first half. That was a smart timeout by Bear Creek.
Shotgun formation from Madrid, man in motion, going to hand it off to the running back, and that'll be enough for the first down. He has room to run on the outside before he's dropped out of bounds at about the 47-yard line.
I'd like to see a flag on that play. Looked like he took him down a little late. I know he had a grasp on him before he went out of bounds.
There were 3 guys on him too,
but they could have let him go. I'd like to see a flag there.
That's a Thomas Randolph with the big gain.
I know the Bear Creek coach, Zach Morris, not that one, is fired up on their sideline right now. He wanted the flag too.
But it does get the Bears what they haven't had in a while, and that's a first down.
Yeah, we're looking at the replay in the booth. It looks like he was brought down a bit late. With all the other flags, I'm surprised they didn't throw one there.
Madrid with the bunch formation, man in motion out of the shotgun. He's going to fake the handoff and keep it himself, and only gain of 1 or 2 on the play.
That's a nice play by Chase Braun. Looks like Madrid had some room. Looks like he had plenty of space in front of him to get the first down and maybe more. But Braun came in and made a nice play.
Chase Braun with a touchdown run, a sack, and now another tackle for a short gain.
Doing it all for the Lakewood Tigers.
Madrid out of the pistol. He's dropping back, just looking to throw. Good block by the running back initially. Going to have a guy down the field. That should be enough for first down as Madrid completes it to Felipe Cervantes for the first.
Madrid has a lot of poise back there. Like we were talking about, he's been under a lot of pressure all game, but his eyes always stayed downfield, which at his age is pretty rare.
Right.
You don't see that from quarterbacks in high school a lot. They get some pressure, they tuck it and run.
Right, and aside from the designed runs that they have, you really haven't seen him try and do that. You've seen him trying to make plays with his feet, plant them, then throw the football down the field.
Exactly, you're exactly right.
2 backs in the shotgun with Madrid. And he's going to roll left initially. Good pressure, and he's going to be brought down for a significant loss by the Lakewood Tigers.
Matiki Mwala, big play, big loss.
He's the junior for the Tigers.
Nice play. It looked like Madrid had the edge, but Mwala closed on him quickly. Very nice play by the defensive end.
And he came in untouched.
Absolutely. And I think that's how that play was designed. They thought Madrid was going to be able to get outside. And here's that defense with nobody down in the three-point stance.
2nd and 21. Madrid pumps, looks downfield, has a man, complete across the middle for a big gain almost to the 25-yard line. That's complete to number 80 for the Bear Creek Bears, Justin Murphy. 6'2", senior, 196.
Justin Murphy's a good player, kind of a home run threat, and obviously a big kid. He looks big out there on the field. Looks like we have a man down at this time. But Murphy has become a very reliable receiver for these Bear Creek Bears.
He is the leading receiver for the Bears on the season, has 11 receptions going into tonight. 11 receptions, 181 yards, and 2 touchdowns. So a big target going across the middle for Madrid to throw to. We do have an injury on the play for the Tigers.
Once we figure out who it is.
Number 13 on the defense, Andrew Cherry, defensive back and wide receiver. Does a little bit of both. He's going to come off towards the sideline. Looks to be okay, though.
Looks like he's holding his chest a bit. Maybe took a shot to the sternum, but looks okay. We'll probably see him back out there shortly.
Just gotten the wind knocked out of him.
Yep.
Reynoso comes in as a substitute for him. Bears are driving, 4:28 remaining here in the second quarter as they're looking to tie up the game as the Tigers lead 14-7. Got a pistol formation. Madrid going to roll out to his right, looking downfield to throw. Has another man open, and that is going to be a touchdown for the Bear Creek Bears. It's complete to number 27 for Bear Creek, Michael Dalton.
Nice throw, nice catch, nice play call. Great drive for Bear Creek. As we said, give the defense a little time to rest, although obviously a lot of these players play both ways. But when you're on the defensive side of the ball, you're expending a lot more energy.
So Madrid with this second passing touchdown of the contest. Here's the point after. It's up, almost blocked, but it will be good to tie up the game. 14-14, 4:11 remaining here in the second quarter at Jefferson County Stadium. We are Stream It Sports. Adam Kinney, Andrew Fogoros on the call. All tied with a little bit of time left on the clock. See if the Tigers can respond. But that's exactly what Bear Creek needed, was a long, sustaining drive down the field that ends up in points.
Absolutely, absolutely. One thing we saw there, no flags on that drive. If you're not shooting yourself in the foot, you're moving upfield. Flags hurt you on every single level, not just the high school
level. And they
level.
even overcame, so you get the big sack.
Yep, absolutely.
You're looking at second and a mile.
A lot of poise from that Bear Creek offense. A lot of poise.
Remember, we're going to keep an eye on our next level player of the game, and Madrid has to be in the conversation. Second passing touchdown.
I have about 12 guys.
Right.
So, I mean, I'm putting a star next to some guys who make some nice plays, and I literally have.
I mean, Chase Braun, he's contributed a little bit of everything for the Tigers.
We've seen a lot of great plays tonight so far. We're still in the second quarter.
And kick is short. Going to be fielded at the 21-yard line, returning for the Tigers. And it's on the turf. And the kind of lucky bounce for the Tigers. That's going to roll out of bounds, so they'll retain possession of the football.
That was Taha who coughed that up.
Taha may not be used to on necessarily kick return duty.
Absolutely.
As it was kind of a short, high arcing kick. That might be exactly what Bear Creek was going for there.
Lucky bounce for Lakewood to get out of bounds there and maintain possession. Looks like Bear Creek had some guys around the ball, but not round. Tough to pick up.
So Antonio Martinez and his offense get back to work here for the Lakewood Tigers. Going to start in that single back formation they've worked pretty much exclusively out of. Man in motion, going to be handed off to Braden Smith, but
looked like the right tackle moved a little early on that play.
They'll blow that dead, move it back 5 yards, and you mentioned it. That's something that kills drives before they even get started. That's a false start on the tight end.
Danny Collins just barely moved quick, just a half second early.
So it'll be 1st and 15, all tied up at 14, 4:04 remaining here in the second quarter. Martinez going to work out of the shotgun now as it's 1st and long. Drops back looking to throw, has a man on the sideline, complete to number 88. Anthony Brown with the reception.
That's a good play by Lakewood there. Get some of it back. You don't need to get it all back on one play. Now you're at 2nd and 8, 2nd and manageable.
Which may have been what you were going to get on that end-around handoff anyway.
Exactly.
Because it looked like it was well contained by Bear Creek.
Yes, definitely. So a smart play by Lakewood.
Martinez going to be looking to throw again. He's out of the shotgun. 4 wide receiver set. Drops back. A little bit of pressure. Pump fake. Looking down the field. Heaves it. Has a man open, but just going to be overthrown. That was intended for number 83 of the Tigers, Eric Gonzalez.
Love the play call. Love the play call. Coming out aggressive. Deepest pass we've seen today.
Gets him with the pump fake. Maybe the safety might have bit a little bit. Gets the man open.
Absolutely. And if nothing else, that opens it up a little bit. That shows that they're willing to call that play.
Right.
Maybe drop your safeties back a couple more yards, which would help Lakewood, since we all know they like running the ball. That's what they want to do.
We've got a trips left formation here, working out of the shotgun again. 3rd and 9. Martinez drops back. There's a flag on the play, maybe a free play. Has Brown over across the middle for a big gain. That'll be well enough for first down. We'll see what the flag is.
Martinez had plenty of time there. Let the slow developing play.
Looks like it's going to be a hold. Once again, I kind of thought they called it so early. Or no, it's a false start.
Formation.
Illegal formation, another procedural penalty.
Yep, they must not have been set on that trips left.
So that negates the big gain for Anthony Brown.
Receiver on the far end was not quite set when the ball was snapped.
3rd and 14, 3:08 remaining now here in the quarter. You play a little bit conservatively now that there's a lot of time left on the clock, or are you just trying to get the first down?
Yeah, I'd go conservative. I'd go conservative personally.
Martinez drops back, has time to throw. Man coming off the edge, shakes off the defender, looking downfield again. Going to have Brown again, I believe, and that may be enough for a first down. What a great awareness by Martinez in the pocket to shake off that pass rusher.
Shows you what I know. That's why I'm not a football coach. I'm saying run the draw. Be conservative, punt it away, get into the half tied, and they go aggressive, they get the first down. But what a play by Martinez there. Great quarterback play tonight.
Yeah. I mean, senses the pressure and still looks down the field, doesn't panic. He's out of the shotgun again, looking to throw once more. Has a man on the sideline, complete. Cuts back inside before he's wrapped up after a gain of about 6.
Looks like
complete to Ben Lucero.
Looks like Bear Creek's dropping back into a bit of a zone, which is kind of their MO. They run a pretty standard 4-3 defense, 4-3 alignment. They'll have one of their ends standing up to pass rush and drop back into zone, and Martinez is picking that apart right now.
So now the Tigers are working kind of exclusive out of the shotgun on this drive. Martinez gets a low snap, can't handle it. It's on the ground. We'll see what it's going to come up with. It might be Bear Creek football.
If nothing else, there's a Martinez pancake under there.
And Martinez does have the football, so he will retain possession. Lucky there.
Wow.
You're looking at 3rd and long now. It's going to be 3rd and about 8 or 9. Big break for the Tigers, being able to jump on that ball after the low snap.
No question. And that was from our point of view, that was a 50-50. I had no idea who had the ball.
Right.
But Martinez was the only Tiger near that, so luckily for them, he was able to grasp it.
And he gets up the line of scrimmage quick, snaps, looks, throws. And just a little bit through the receiver's hand. Might have been a little bit of a high throw.
Looks like we have a flag in the secondary. Surprise, surprise. Probably illegal contact, maybe defensive holding. But he seemed pretty open there.
That could be pretty big here, depending on what the call is.
Looks like it's pass interference on the defense, maybe.
That's exactly what it is. Ooh, on the offense.
Now we know why he was so open. Must have pushed off.
So repeating 3rd down, a couple of penalties biting the Tigers here on this drive. Minute 29 remaining here in the quarter, all tied at 14 at Jeffco Stadium. Martinez going to get the play in from the sideline. Oh, the penalty's actually going to be declined. It's going to be 4th and 7 now, and they're going to have to bring out the punt team.
6-0 strength. There's only one way to be called part of the Dungeon family. That's to survive the Dungeon Challenge. Want to be a part of the select few? Email I can handle the dungeon to matt@60strength.com for more info.
So a minute 29. I think the Bears still have 2 timeouts remaining. Tigers forced to punt. It's going to be a high kick.
Big punt.
Fielded by the Bears at about the 10-yard line. Has room to run on the outside. He's going to step out of bounds at about the 21. So now you got a minute 18, 2 timeouts to work with.
Well, I say go conservative, so that means they're going to air it out. It's back down at the 21-yard line. I mean, 2 timeouts. What I would do if I were Bear Creek is I would dial up a big play right here.
Right.
If it works, great. If it doesn't, then you scale it back and go into the half. Or Lakewood has their timeouts. Maybe they could use those and get the ball back, but
not a lot of time to work with, even if you do get the ball back, though. Madrid's going to start out of the shotgun, and they're just going to hand it off.
Ooh, great tackle there.
Short gain, probably gain of 5 on the play by Thomas Randolph, the running back. Hurrying up to the line of scrimmage. Clock is running, minute 5 left, all tied at 14. Madrid has a man in motion. He's going to keep it himself on the read option. Doesn't get a whole lot here. Now this is where you get into the conversation. Maybe the Tigers try and use a timeout on this third down.
And it looks like they are. Smart play. Smart play by the Lakewood coaching staff, Jeff Braun.
So 3rd and 4, 54 seconds remaining, all tied at 14. Each side with 2 timeouts apiece. I want to tell you, if you're a high school athlete looking to play in college, you need a recruitment video. You need one, period. Don't settle for your team's game film. Stream It Sports can provide player-focused filming and editing to highlight your skills.
Stream It Sports has nothing but the best.
This is the game of the week here on Stream It Sports. Have lots of candidates for our next level player of the game. And a good one, 14-14 with 54 seconds remaining in the half. Each side with 2 timeouts remaining.
Looking at about a 3rd and 5 for Bear Creek. Get a stop here if you're Lakewood. You obviously use a quick timeout, force a punt, leave you with 1 timeout. And Martinez has a lot of confidence throwing the ball right now. So we'll see what happens on this 3rd down. Dictate the rest of the half. Great half of football it has been, though.
Yeah, Nick Madrid with 2 passing touchdowns already on the evening. As you see the band on the north end getting ready to do their thing at halftime. Madrid in the shotgun, man in motion. Got to think he's looking to throw here. And gets good pressure by the Tigers, flushed out of the pocket. And he's going to do the smart thing to just run out of bounds.
Looks like a flag on the far side again.
It's probably a hold, though, you would imagine.
Looking at a hold or maybe a formation, illegal formation. We'll get the call. Obviously, if it's on the offense, you decline it. Bring it up to 4th down. And you sit there and you say Madrid did them a favor by going out of bounds, but at the same time, you don't want them going down and taking a hit. So
right, and you also don't want to force the ball down the field when you don't have anything there. So I think that was a pretty smart play by the senior quarterback.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
And you're going to punt the ball away, 4th and 4, 47 seconds remaining. Tigers do have 2 timeouts still. And I think that's Anthony Brown, number 88, going to be back for the return. Another one of the mini captains of the Tigers.
That's right. A lot of captains on these Lakewood Tigers.
Ooh, the late man on the field. Braden Smith came on just as the play was snapped. Going to be fair caught. Got the 44-yard line by Antonio Brown.
Good field position for the Lakewood Tigers. Good field position. And like I said, Martinez has a lot of confidence right now in throwing the ball, so he's going to come out slinging it. Still have 2 timeouts left. If I'm Lakewood, I'm confident in this situation right here to go into halftime with the lead.
And you can take a shot in the middle of the field right now with those 2 timeouts that you have if you get a big gain out of it.
Absolutely.
They're going to line up in the I formation, though, to start. Martinez is going to hand it off.
Draw play.
To Taha for the short gain, and they may just be playing for the half here.
Looks like it. Looks like they're calling a timeout right now.
That's a confusing. I mean, unless they saw something that maybe Martinez changed the play out of, I don't really understand the play call if they're calling a timeout right now.
I don't either. I mean, the draw play, you figure you catch them off guard, but what happens when you gain less than a yard like they did? Now you're sitting 2nd and 9.5.
I mean, you almost think then you just cut your losses, get it into the half.
Absolutely. That was a 9-second play. A 9-second play, and you got half a yard.
32 seconds remaining, all tied at 14 here at Jeffco Stadium. This is Stream It Sports. Adam Kinney and Andrew Fogoros on the call.
On this warm evening. from Jeffco Stadium.
Andrew, I just got back from Vegas, so this is nice and cool for me.
I don't know how you're standing. I do not know how you're standing. I'm in a self-induced coma when I get home from Vegas.
All right, we got 2nd and 9. Martinez in the shotgun. Bunch formation on the left, fakes the draw, looking to throw the ball down the field. Good pressure up the middle, forces the throw a little bit, and intercepted.
What a play
by the Bears.
That is a fantastic play.
I think that's number 10, I want to say, if I can read that number correctly.
Olabisi Johnson making the play.
One of your featured players coming in, does a little bit of everything.
Absolutely. Nice play there. Looks like Martinez forced it a bit. Looked like it was a bit of zone coverage. Three Bears around the ball, but just a great play. Give credit to Johnson there for picking that ball off. Now, if you're Bear Creek, what do you do here with 25 seconds left and 2
timeouts of your own?
I'd sling it. That's what I do. So
out
they're
of the pistol is Madrid, and he's going to drop back looking to throw down the field, and incomplete. But not a lot of time off the clock. There's still 20 seconds remaining. There's just not a lot you can do when you don't have a real kicking game in high school football. Right. This isn't something you're hoping for a busted play.
Right, exactly. It's not get the ball to the 30 and kick the 47-yarder. That's just not feasible at this level. But I like Coach Morris putting the ball in Madrid's hands and saying, hey, go make us a play. See if you can get us some points.
Madrid in the shotgun by himself, man in motion. He's going to take the ball himself on a quarterback draw, and I think that's probably just a smart play. Get in at halftime, keep it tied, and the Bears are going to start with the ball.
That's right.
In the second half. And the clock is winding down. And that's going to do it for the first half of play here at Jeffco Stadium. All tied at 14, the Lakewood Tigers and the Bear Creek Bears tied at 14. We're going to take a break. This concludes the first half on Stream It Sports. We'll be back in a few.